He wants those mighty, mighty Jacksons. Oh, nice shots there. Hitting Veterancy 2 on this 57mm. M1 AT gun. Boomer takes out that helpless truck. British Grenadiers launch themselves into battle against the Veterancy 3 infantry section. It's a stern test. They do have a grenade in their pocket, though. We've got sappers now upgraded to Piats. He's just getting closer. Oh, that's MG34 is really in a tricky spot. But the Puma pops smoke and allows him safe passage back to base. Rakettenwerfer's possibly about to be unveiled. No, he's going to do the brave thing. He's keeping them in there. That's really brave. Meanwhile, in the north, just a stable position. Got Grenz waiting, hiding. Oh, Rakettenwerfer's sense blood. Can they hear the AEC behind this? The fog of war? See if I can get a reconnaissance overflight working this time. Unveiling the Allied position. No was the answer to my rhetorical question there. No. Stukas ready. Here it goes. It's going to be a close quarter one. Let's keep an eye on this. Oh, there you go. Sees the ambulance through the reconnaissance. Takes out the M1. Was that the one with Veterancy? Yes, it was. He takes out the Vec 2 M1 AT gun. Meanwhile, the Tommies have been able to force Elpern away. And Stern Pioneers, how we hardly knew ye. Only 3 kills. And again forced away. We do have the Panzer IV command tank. Its first battlefield operation was to get hit by the AT guns, it seems. A little bit low on health. Stalingrad now has the Sherman. Never get used to his name. Wonder if he's gone under any other monikers. Boomer watches on as the Brits are really starting to take hold of the south. G.Dot has been very resurgent in this last 5 minutes of play. He's managed to be a strong foundation for the Allies, and they've had concerted amount of fuel control. That direction at least. Standard M4A3 here. It's upgrading to the 50 cal Browning pintle mount though. Bren's got to be careful. Does have defensive buffs, but they're not going to count for too much against an angry Sherman. Meanwhile, I can hear some action yet again in the mid. Oof, nice Pakawi shots. Reduces that First Grenadiers fighting capacity dramatically. Here comes the Panzer IV versus Sherman. Tale as old as time there, the 2 medium tanks. Oh, but we've also got the Command Panther, and that's going hell for leather. However, the 2 AT guns are in position. Coordinated fire in. Oh, and it bounces every round. Oh, and takes him out from afar. That is Command Panther in a nutshell. Command Panther all over. Command Panther forever. You want to imagine a future. It's a Command Panther rolling over people for infinity. And the Stukas to add a point to the exclamation mark here. Misses the mark entirely. Panzer IV. The Edelweiss Panzer. Forcing itself just to survey the battlefield and counter the damage. Because the Axis are really doing well for themselves. I mean, we know Stalingrad's got a huge army size still, but look at the Axis. Look at their population. 75 and 84. The Brits are holding the line, but that line is slowly crumbling. Saying that, they do now have the Firefly. That should certainly help things. T.Y. Teddy McFluff noticing the reference there. Panzer IV's up to 12 kills. Still no veterancy. Panzer IV command tank just offering its defensive bonuses. Not to the Panzer IV though, and the M1's really causing it issues. If that second shot had hit, that could have been a lot worse. Command Panther watching on. Brand up Tommy's force away the Stern Pioneers to keep that fuel control. But look at the victory point count altering further. slowly dropping away. Classic 2 versus 2 gameplay here between equally matched teams. It seems that the Axis have had a slight edge, so maybe not... well, definitely equally matched. It's just that the Axis are playing slightly better, I would say. Bet 5 Foch Grenadiers in the shed. Shedding rounds at the moment. Downrange. Firefly! 30% health for the Puma, dissipated immediately. Got to be careful though, it is a glass cannon unit. You got to micro it well between rounds. Cycle it in and out of combat. Got a grenade. Warning down here. That was. Oh, that was down here. It's a rifle nade. Well, incendiary grenade rather. Well dodged by G.Dot. Meanwhile, back in the north, seems that Dutchman's just been able to control the battlefield. You can see here where all the craters are. That's where the engagements have been happening because the pack howitz has been hitting there, and the Stuka. And that indicates just how much control we've had in the north. There's an overpass. Ah, and the Major's about to die. There we go. Oh, he's a very lucky Major. Major piece of luck. Stuka is lined up against the AT guns. It's a good target. Oh no, it wasn't! Pack howitzer and decruise it. And here comes the Jackson. Panzer IV's got to be a bit careful. Jackson has his number. AT guns need a good bit of microing here. Good attack ground, perhaps. Could have done well to get the anti-tank rifle grenade off. A momentary lapse in micro abilities from Stalingrad means he won't finish off the tank. Oh, but yes, he will, because he has a teammate, and that is G.Dot with the Firefly. One shot needed. Misses. Puma comes in to return fire. Command Panther also. Rakettenwerfers are waiting in the centre. Here come the Piats. Puma takes him out. Yet another big win for the Axis. However, he does lose one Rakettenwerfer. Very expensive loss. Jackson pushing in. Panzer IV command tank also. We've got veterancy 2 and 1 on the M1s again. Climbing quickly, causing a lot of damage to the Axis. MG34 in position. This battle's certainly heating up now. We've got the tank destroyers on the battlefield. The Allies, well, we've only got one now. Let's change title cards, have a look what else is being built. Butch, I mean, the Axis are pretty much not at pot cap, but they can't build more without being restricted. Oh, we've got a foray, a Panzer attack. A Puma giving smoke for the Panther as it looks for a target. Fortunately for the Allies, it found none. They'll have to wait for the next hunt. Grenadiers creep up on the victory point. With further issues for the Allies as they now drop below 200. Stern Pioneers still on 3 kills. And they're dead. Thanks to the pack howitzer. We've got a Panzerwerfer in the build. MG is decrewed. Is it going to be taken? Yes, it is. It's a very risky take, but it was against this Panther, which of course has an anti-tank profile. Stukas of Voos. Where's it going to land? On the garrison. Nearly takes out the MG that was being stolen. Jackson pushes in. Needs to do more work and quickly. G.Dot has huge infantry composition, but no tanks currently. Jackson versus Panther, but the Puma's backing him up. Veterancy 2 for the scout car. Oh, what a shot that is there by the Panzerwerfer, helping out with a great barrage, perfectly timed. Puma gets the kill, pot smoke, gets out of there. Piats couldn't do the work they needed to do, and the 6-pounder was not in position in time. Another great attack by your Axis warriors. Mills bomb on the sandbags, so that's why the Foch Grenadiers are going to survive. The Brens offer some great firepower, but that stack of logs came to their rescue. Artillery. Down in the north. Likely to be from the Major. Went north and sallied forth and then returned to base, having thrown a flare to indicate to his artillerymen where to fire those howitzers. There's very, very shy artillerymen that never actually show their face on the battlefield. Panzerwerfer with its first... It only actually got 1 kill. I just thought the health damage and the distraction it did with that barrage was worth it. Schwer is now constructed just in the nick of time, but with 50% health. Could make itself a target now. But it must be said, there's no big indirect fire from the Allies. There is now a Scot. Stukazufus tried to do the retreat path, but it wasn't quite the angle he needed. Vet 5 Grenadiers causing issues for the sappers, just giving them the incendiary grenade go away, and it working. Nice barrage here from the Panzerwerfer, that'll give it some kills. Oh, there's 2 of them now. This one gets 7 on its first barrage. Keep an eye out for that, because they're going to start firing very frequently. Starting to devolve now into the artillery massacre that 2 vs 2 can sometimes become. Not always, but certainly can do, and it's in the Axis favour at the moment. Scott with a great shot! In the south. Great work by the double AT duo. Doing on infantry duty this time. Panzer IV's got 19 kills. The Pak 40's being forced away and decrewed as the Panzer IV command tank watches on. Check out the south, where G.Dot's trying to wrestle back control, but they're now in double-digit victory point figures. Piats harmless, as they so often were in the reality of Second World War battlefields. Spring launched, shaped, charged warhead. Personal projector, infantry, anti-tank. Pakawi on wiping duty. Woohoo! Dutchman just about gets away with it. I think that was more thanks to the miss than the retreat, though. G.Dot's chosen Vanguard operation, so a crocodile's a possibility, but it's going to be a little bit late at this rate. And of course, Angry Dutchman went for very famous 2 vs 2 commander fortified armor. Here comes that Stukazavush you can hear. Oh, that's on the mark for the ambulance. Misses, though. Very lucky ambulance, it must be said. Dodgy camera work. And the Panzerwerfer's looking to finish. Oh, what a Werf! I can't believe that's actually exited my mouth as a sentence. There you go. It's trying to get rid of that pesky Puma.
75 points left.
75 points remain. The Axis have only dropped 90 this battle. Bet 3 captain with his 11 kills. Panzer IV with 20. Riflemen capture the central victory point. They don't have the south or any chance of capturing it, and it's going to be very difficult to capture the north whilst the Grenadiers watch on. They've got the Browning, they just need to... Stalingrad just needs to get his micro in order, in my opinion. Just start timing his units' entry into the theatre of conflict a little bit better. It is very harsh to judge these top players by elite player standards, and that's what we are used to seeing. We're used to seeing von Silder versus Nagornoch. Oh, Grenadier on retreat! Nearly taken out by the Scot. More artillery. Issues for Stalingrad, further punishing his manpower economy and keeping him pegged back in base, reinforcing and not capping this victory point, which he is, well, he is doing that now, but you know, won't be able to keep it for too long whilst his manpower reserves are at a low. Here comes the Stuka. Oh, annihilating the 6-pounder, forcing the machine gun back to base, keeping the central victory point in Axis hands. Another Panzerwerf, this time almost destroying the riflemen. They have managed to take the northern victory point, but it's all for nothing. And here comes that combo, forcing away the crocodile. Puma, Panther, in perfect position. Keep the crocodile at bay. Irwin style, riding its back and putting a belt round its mouth. Oh, Nice sabot round, but it's all for nothing. Does double duty with it. Firefly, sorry, Crocodile rather, due to its huge health pool, is ready for battle once more, but and it's got battlefield combat repairs. They do have the Northern Victory Point. Are they going to somehow pull victory from the clutches of defeat? Very much doubt it. They're going to have to hope for a miracle, it seems. Just remember that a lot of the Axis stock is in this Stuka and these two Panzerwerfers, and they are ready to fire again. So the Axis just need to time themselves with those 3 rocket artillery pieces, and they can recapture this victory point in no time. Talking of which, that's exactly what I was on about. They've timed it. Great play by the Angry Dutchman. Grenadier goes down. The Scot is a horrendous foe to be up against. Tell you what though, Stalingrad's battling back. Somehow keeping control. They need to keep dodging these rocket artillery pieces. It's getting more and more difficult to do as the battle wages on. I'm not saying these players are tired yet. They're all very well practiced. But, you know, even the best players can get weary 40 minutes into a game. Back 40, being harassed. Can't afford to overextend, though, the Allies, because then they'll be pushed back to base and they'll lose one of these victory points, and it could be curtains. The Crocodile sitting on the central victory point, but I can hear that the Axis Panzers are thinking about an assault. Puma and the Wehrmacht Panzer IV. Well, one of them. There's 2 of them, I believe. And it's just the one. He's just having a great game, it seems. Oh no, this. There we go. Oh, Grenadier yet again dying! I tell you what, if the Axis keep losing Grens like this, might not matter. All this incredible victory point control. If you somehow decide to lose all of your army, it can certainly go against you. Mills bomb against Vet 5. First Grenadiers, they're keeping it though. Another one! If he loses this one, this could go badly all of a sudden. And you could indeed see victory from the clutch of defeat for the Allied players. They're completely ignoring the tank situation and just going for infantry combat. But as I say, they need to dodge the rocket artillery. And here it comes, a double salvo. Is this going to be the dodge he needs? Seems that way. We're going to be able to keep control. Meanwhile, in the north, May just gone on a capping mission, but the Panzer IV comes to check him, check his advance. This time it's the Stukas of Vus. Needs a good volley. Well, kind of helped against the MG, but that's all it did. Stolen Raketenwerfer sets up. Oh, hits the Puma. Good shot. Panzer IV coming around the back. The OKW Panzer IV that was built momentarily confused me. A nice camouflage, actually. I've never seen that one before. Seemed very historical, though. Must be said. Oh, the M1 is set up. Oh, and the Piats get a good shot in, but we've just had the Scot go down thanks to some horrendous positioning. P-47 rocket strafe. Oh, doesn't hit a single thing. Needs some big shots. Needs to give him line of sight. There will be another pass. Elephant watches on. Elephant, by the way, was the vehicle that got the kill on the Scot, if you're wondering where that shot came from. Here's the P-47. Not bad at all. Victory point slowly ticking down, 23. Just have centre control for the time being. They've replaced their infantry with Panzers. Panzer IV relinquishing its position. Thanks to some great shots, now attaining Veterancy 1. There. Lieutenant marches on. Obersoldat and some good shots. Oh my god, rocket artillery. Taking him out on retreat there, the lieutenant, who was very brave. Nice grenade assault there. By the Obers. Keeping control. However, the Crocodile there, that'll force you away. And this tree's into combat as well. The Allies are throwing everything, including the kitchen sink and a tree. Oh, rocket artillery down. Stukas of Foos. Oh, with a huge shot there. We'll have to check out the kills on that. 25. Panther command tank. Is that an unfortunate